Hey there, Dolphin here. Couple of updates. One nice thing I just built is a daylight and night indicator that you see to the left here. I use new stuff from the new patch. So this is background wall shadow painted. Item frames. This is a sun mask and moon mask that drops from the underground desert sometimes in hard mode. Painted the item frames with Shadow Paint 2, and this is Gem Spark block, blue and orange. And here are two announcement boxes, and here is a daylight sensor and a night sensor. And you can build them with wire souls of light or night, depending on the sensor, and something else. It's on a Gamepedia. Same for the announcement boxes, you make them with the wooden signs. And you can define the color too for the text when it appears in the announcement boxes. Show you in a moment. So and I made Jet Spark. You can either craft it inactive or you manually deactivate one half, which I did, made a temporary switch here and turned one half off. And then the day and night sensors send a signal once. Day sensor when day breaks, and when night falls, the night sensor, and that's the only time they will send a signal once, like a switch. And I wired it as you see here. The daylight sensor triggers the announcement box for daylight and all the blocks here to turn half of them on and half of them off, and the night sensor, different wire color, does the same for the other announcement box and the blocks too. And you need two different wire colors, because if you wire this yellow, then it interacts with everything. It would mean that, I don't know, yeah, it would trigger both announcement boxes. That's why I made two separate circuits here. Okay, so then let's see. 10 seconds, look at what happens when the day begins. Look, there you see, Celestia has risen in white text. That's the announcement box. And when night falls, it will be Luna has risen. And here you see it illuminates nicely as the sun does. The bright light source illuminates the day, and you can see the moon a little too. I mean, the moonlight is sunlight basically. And at night, you can barely see the moon and the sun almost not at all. So nicely themed. And here's the announcement box. Celestia has risen. And this is how you write it in brackets, and C for color, slash, and then the HTML code for the color. And then here, like this, Celestia has risen and Luna has risen. Here's a different color, and then that. So I built that. And then I've got a tip for you about more convenience for deployables, for placeables. This affects specifically, if you still have it, the piggy bank, although I have the money trough, but the safe and things like the bewitching table for one additional minion, you know, buff items, the crystal ball for mage buff, or it would also be the ammo box, or this here, the sharpening stone. So I carry them with me, so I have the buffs ready. And I will show you the save, because that's probably most frequent. You got a save, and then you place the save, because that's how you use it, and you do stuff. Maybe you are going fishing, and then you fish, and you pick up fish, and it appears here. And then you got other stuff in the inventory, and then you pick up the save, and you will have the save somewhere here in the inventory, randomly placed, and the favorite will be off. And if you buy a second save, then you have a stack. That means this favorite, this is locked here, this is a stack. So you place your save, and you still have one save left at that position, reserving the position, and still with the favorite mark. So that means when you pick a save up again, it will of course stack it, and you got it there. And the same with crystal ball and bewitching table. So that's really convenient, so then you don't have to move around stuff all the time when you deploy something. Basically reminds the position. Yeah, and then the third thing, I can quickly show you how I'm doing the Moonlord events now. I will not initiate them because you know what's happening. Nothing new. But yeah, recently Pinky died because of the positioning of the towers. I moved to the right. I assumed the habit of not using the rail because it's just a very short distance. I moved here, and then when I moved, here's Pinky's home, I customized the name of my party girl to Pinky. And then I moved here, and this was out of the screen spawn area, and right there must have been a Lunar event, mob spawning and almost instant killed Pinky, so my party girl was gone. It's really sad. It takes an average of 40 days before she respawns, so that's really tough loss. But this also prompted me to make things more convenient for me, because then I thought this could happen again, and I can't have that. I need to bypass this travel route here. I mean, it could have happened even if I used the rail. And that's when I installed full teleporter coverage. And I will show you how I usually did the events. I would approach the first tower by using the rail. I got a nice rail covered here, you see. Here would be a tower right below my Moonlord arena. And the other would spawn here, conveniently just where the cultist is. Oops. This is another annoying thing that they changed. When you press the mount hotkey and you are near a rail, it will mount you on the minecart, and I hate this. I wish I could turn this off, because if I right click the rail if I want the cart, like this. But if I press F, I want my flying mount. So this can mess up things, as you just seen. I wanted to dismount from the minecart, shoot out of the door here out, and then, on my mount. UFO mount. Elegant. This elegance, they sadly removed now. Okay, so then you see, this is full taunting here of the cultist. A little puppet here, little statue of him, and the trophy, and the awesome smiley looks at the trophy. That's really taunting there. I'm not using the switch anymore for the spiky ball traps, because then I don't get a kill count for the archers. So if you want the archer banner, you need 25 actual counting manual kills with your own weapons. 25 pairs of those archers, and you got the banner. Okay, so I would fight the cultist here, and then the first lunar event tower, I don't know what's called right now, pillar, spawns, and I will get rid of that, all the shooting, and collect the stuff, the fragments, and then I would teleport back home. And that's when I would travel to the right, and usually at the first tower I would not take the rail because it's just more convenient flying above. So what I installed then is this here. I actually still found a spot to place this, somewhat elegant, because nicely you can place items, furniture items on top of a teleporter. So this spot was free. Yeah, so what I would do, first pillar down. Now the first to the right. Okay, then I would be here. Would be fighting the second one. I don't know whether the water candles actually do something. In case they do, it might speed the killing up here, the whole process, because more mobs are spawning. I couldn't figure out yet whether it really affects it. But I drank a battle potion once, and that seemed to intensify stuff here. So that might help. And if I do these events in expert mode, I will check where they are, the pillars, where they spawn, and will try to place a peace candle and a sunflower there to minimize the spawn rates, because it is a lot more difficult, and to increase my chances for success. Okay, then the second pillar is down, and then I would collect the fragments again, get down here. Usually I would fly here all the way over here, and then here's the last pillar. And considering how often I'm doing these events, still a bit bothersome. Okay, now I would just do this, and here would be the third pillar, somewhere around here. And when I'm done with this, I would just port home, and then use my old, actually pre-existing teleporter route to my arena area. Here would be the pillar, around here. And then when that is done, I can just fly up. I would notice the time index of the killing of the pillar, memorize, okay, 1 minute from that the Moonlord will spawn, and then it will help me no, timed right, you know, when I can preheat my last prison, so to speak. And because they killed Pinky and I was really pissed about that, as an homage to her, I totally Pinky-fied the arena here. I extended it. I had 2 trophies before and I've got more here and the little masks too. And you see there are still spots free to send a clear signal to the Moon Lord. You know, there's still space for some more trophies. Made everything pink here. And oh yeah, in expert mode I placed another set of 3 heart statues here, you know. Sometimes a few health points is decisive. And according to the spawning rules, 19 blocks distance, that is up here. And I will stack them vertically and hopefully the hearts will fall to the side and fall. Oh no, right. I will be using heart reach potion anyway in expert mode, full potion, because it's really difficult, and they grab them. So when I'm standing here and place a second row of hearts up here, 19 blocks away, so that 6 statue spawned hearts can exist, they will be grabbed by my heart reach potion that is in the distance of the heart reach, so that's convenient. So I get 6 hearts every 3 seconds. That helps. Okay, so and yeah, for total Pinky effect I wired it so this triggers the statues. I'm these days using different because I want to maximize damage. I'm not using the spore sack anymore, but just the minions. One here, and the ravens. Wait, you see. They're generating power-ups too, because it is important that they not only drop hearts and stars here, but also power me up, so the last prison is really powerful. Yeah, and this is for the statues, yeah, and the fountains. So these will fire when I'm fighting the Moon Lord. That's, you know, Pinky homage. And then I usually fight him locked to this, get the honey buff here, and having a little angle downwards, which will be ideal for catching the hands, and then to the right side over here, and then when that is done I retreat down here to have at least a little bit of shielding if it's so in use, and then I fire down up there and down there, and then it's done. I've made videos before where I'm fighting the Moon Lord, so the basic procedure is I already demonstrated. I got switches here, so and here I can close these things, but I figured out it's a waste of time, you know, just full power, just boom. Not worth wasting any time there. Yeah, so that was some stuff I worked on recently, some changes that I wanted to show you. A little bit of a vlog video, this one, and then I might do 1 or 2 more videos at least about Terraria. Still got some plans coming soon. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. Support me if you like this. Always makes me happy. And then see you. Oh wait, haha, almost forgot. There's still something new. Still got more. And I made a video about how to make a gel farm. And yeah, in case you haven't seen these in the screenshots, again, shadow painted item frames. I made a gallery with all the things you can catch, you can pull out of water, here chests, and even the trash here, the junk. And collecting all the quest fish will take a while. I will not power through to get every one of them. And yeah, the gel farm that I showed in the previous video, if you haven't seen it yet, you might want to. I'm explaining how to design it, and I upgraded it with a conveyor belt. I'll just show very briefly here. So this is another reason why spiky ball traps are preferable over lava, because then this works with the conveyor belt. And all the gel is collecting here in one neat stack. This continues, so if the spiky balls fall around here, no problem. And then another 334 gel. Where is it? There. Got it. this will reset. Yeah, okay, so that was another change. And because I hadn't specifically showed it in a video, I collected the rest of the honey in my world and deposited in here everything. Yeah, that should be everything you know. Yeah. Yeah, you might have noticed the beautiful house of the text collector. That is my pride. Give me some more gold. This is my best work so far here. Really nice. It's nice, you know, one advice, I don't know whether I've given it before. If you want to build beautiful, don't scale, don't expand like crazy. But do a rough draft. I did that too. I knew the house was supposed to look like this, and then find nooks and crannies and little spaces, you know, where I can add something, add detail within, inside, and that way you enrich everything you see here. The house is full with all kinds of stuff that gives stuff character, makes it nicer. Yeah. Okay, but now I'm really done. Okay, have fun. Bye.